Like Cody, he has to win that title.
The amount of pyro in his entrance at WrestleMania is going to be record breaking. If Brock manages to somehow get almost up on his shoulders and F5s him.
This is better than any situation of Dwayne coming back.
Oh,
Because
100%.
if The Rock came back, Roman was going to win 110%. I hope they get like an orchestra, like live orchestra for Roman's entrance. But in terms of like his feasibility, like, oh my God, he's unbeatable. Hell no, he's not unbeatable. He's always had help.
The only reason I'd want Roman to win is so he can reach the 1,000 days as champion. There's two people they should choose from to beat Gunter: Pete Dunne or Ilya Dragunov.
Hey, what's up, guys? You already know who we are. I'm Zan,
I'm Oli.
and we
are
the
the Invincibles.
And today we're going to be talking about WrestleMania 39. Very excited. It's going we are recording this, to be clear, on Sunday. So let's get to it, guys. Let's get to it. This is going to be a very, very stacked card. Yeah, I'm really excited for this year's WrestleMania. Ollie, you have the card right up, pull it up, man. Like, talk to us, man. What are the matches we're going to be watching, and what are the matches we should be excited to see?
I think the whole card is it's full of exciting matches this year. Even Omos versus Brock. If Brock manages to somehow get Omos up on his shoulders and F5s him, that's fun. But this isn't in any particular order. This is just the order I remembered them. So Damage Control versus Trish Stratus, Lita, and Becky Lynch. That should be a great match. Rhea versus Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Mommy.
Very excited for that one. And then this one might be my most anticipated match: Drew versus Gunter versus Sheamus for the IC title. That is gonna be, they're gonna hit each other so hard in that. KO and Sami versus the Usos, probably the biggest build in terms of storyline. Everyone's excited for that. We've got the men's tag team showcase match. Some great tag teams in there. Probably the best tag teams from both Raw and SmackDown are in that one. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. That's probably going to be a banger because Logan Paul is, I hate to say it, but he's really good.
He really is, bro.
Edge versus Finn Balor, probably Demon Finn Balor, Hell in a Cell.
Mm-hmm.
That could be very exciting. Hopefully it's the end of that feud as well.
Hopefully, bro.
It's been going on for so long.
Such a boring storyline, man. They need to end that.
It's good to see Hell in a Cell being used to like the big blow off at the end of a feud as well, instead of just being something we see every October.
Right.
Austin Theory versus John Cena for the US title. I'm really excited for that. John's most likely going to put Austin Theory over, which is, that's the right decision, and it's just gonna do so much for Theory's character.
And it's gonna kick off WrestleMania like the entire weekend, right? That's the first match.
First match, yeah. I think Cena just wants to get a job done and go home, really.
Yeah, likely, yeah, probably, yeah.
Then we've got the women's tag team showcase match. I thought Chelsea Green was supposed to be in this with Carmella, but then Carmella just disappeared, didn't she, the other night?
Yeah, she hasn't been on TV.
So I don't think they're in the match anymore. But not Rhea, Ronda and Shayna got added last minute, disappointingly, because I'm not a fan of Ronda Rousey. But
yeah, and did you guys see what she put on social media? She like just ripped WWE creative. Like she's just kind of pulling the CM Punk card and just ripping it. And she, no disrespect to Ronda, but she can't cut a promo and she can't wrestle. So I don't know why she's talking.
This is you could talk about this for ages, but she needs to be built as like a Brock Lesnar type character. She needs like a Paul Heyman, to talk for her. Another women's match, we've got Bianca versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. That is going to be great. I hope Bianca wins. I really do.
Yeah, I wish I was the ref in that match, bro. Wait, respectfully, of course, respectfully. It's Ramadan, but respect. I wish I was the ref. Yeah, Montez Ford, please don't kill me, bro. Don't frog splash me through the planet, bro.
Oh, what a frog splash he has as well.
Goated frog splash.
And then the main event, the end of the story: Roman Reigns versus Cody loads.
Yes.
Cody has said that the amount of pyro in his entrance at WrestleMania is going to be record breaking. He said,
Yeah. How much money do you want to bet that that pyro is gonna go off when he does the whoa? Like,
"Oh, we're going to be able to hear that. I'm going to be able to hear that sat in my flat in Liverpool. How loud that whoa is going to be."
we're, we're about to feel like earthquakes all over the planet just from those pyro, bro. Like it's gonna be insane. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I'm very excited that match. But ironically, that match, as excited as I am, that has the least buildup. Like, or not the least,
Mm.
but it has a low buildup compared to the other Roman feuds. So I'm very intrigued at the end result.
It's
Very,
been it's been very short because obviously he only came back at the Rumble, but what they've actually done in the promos and things like that, I think it makes up for it because the actual what we've seen from them in the short amount of time has been like of incredible quality.
I agree. And I think Cody, he can hit the promo like
Mm-hmm.
Cena can. Like I put this on my Instagram story, you saw it, where this has been the first time in like 12 years where there has been a baby face that has been on the level of John Cena. And I'm not disrespecting Daniel Bryan during the Yes movement. I'm not disrespecting Roman Reigns while he was like beefing with the authority and stuff like that. But John Cena is your classic Superman, Captain America archetype type of character, like kids, hustle, loyalty, respect, kind of corny,
Mm-hmm.
but that's and I don't mean corny in like a diss, but like corny in like it's like when people say Superman's a boring character and they kind
Yeah.
of label that. Cena would get labeled that a lot, but yet he sold out the shows. He was, like he would get booed out and now people love him because it's not about if whether people boo you or cheer you. What matters is the volume in the arena. And Cena
Mm-hmm.
always got that reaction. And especially when he would cut promos, like you remember when he cut promos on Wade Barrett and it was straight out of a scene from like an American War movie.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten that vibe in a long time. And with the American Nightmare Cody, like when he cut that promo, bro, on Paul Heyman, that was the hardest shit I've ever heard. He was like, I should probably quit 6 days before the biggest match of my life, but I shouldn't have wrestled with half my body off of my bones, and I still beat Seth Rollins. So Solo, you're not ready. I was like,
Yeah.
yes, got cooked.
He is
Solo
the
got
guy.
cooked.
Oh yeah.
Cody's and the reactions, bro. The crowd is going insane for Cody, no matter where he goes. And Roman would always get a pop, that superstar pop. The last Raw they were on, I forget the city. It wasn't Salt Lake. They were just in Salt Lake for a house show. It was a major city last Monday, right? I forget, but
Where was it?
the whole arena went from chanting Roman, Roman
Mm.
to Cody, 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 and it was way louder. Like the people are behind Cody. Um, so I really hope he wins, man. Like I will legitimately be crying on our next episode if Roman wins. But let's just talk about what the people want to see, man. Let's start out with the tag titles. Kevin Owens versus Sami, or Kevin Owens and Sami versus the Usos, bro.
Mhm.
It's been a long time coming. I I want to like kind of preface it by saying we both, along with the entire internet wrestling community, said that giving Sami the tag titles is a step down. We all
Mhm.
said that.
Yeah.
Now it feels in a way a step up. Like credit to Triple H for doing that, for making the tag titles feel like a huge, like monumentous type of
Mhm.
accolade. You know what I mean? Like before the tag titles were whatever, give it to the Viking Raiders so they can, wrestle for 5 minutes while we go to the bathroom. Like that's what it was before. No
Yeah.
disrespect to Viking Raiders, but like while I just disrespect Viking Raiders. But like the bloodline story, Roman taking all the titles, the bloodline taking all the titles, has
Mhm.
forced WWE to step their game up and create new avenues for creativity. And writing is best when you have a limited loophole. You know what I mean? When you have limit creative restraints, that forces you to create better stories.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what they've done with the tag titles. Um, and I'm very excited to see how that plays out. But what do you think about it? Like, talk about Montreal Elimination Chamber,
Mhm.
Sami losing to the tag titles. Do you feel like this is the right step? Do you feel like this is the right creative choice?
I think so because it shows how Jay and Jimmy are still wrapped around Roman's finger. Um, they've Roman's got him wrapped around his finger. Like they can't go against Roman at all.
Mm,
He manipulates them and he can. that when Sami said in the promo to Jay, you're not mad that I hit Roman with the chair, you're just mad that you didn't do it first. That
Mm,
was so real, and
mm,
um, it makes so much sense for storyline, and obviously Sami and KO have got so much history together, so they're the
mm,
perfect team to do it, really.
mhm.
Um, and yeah, it makes sense that Roman loses, I think, to the big baby face who's like Cody has to finish the story. It
Yeah.
makes so much sense for him to lose to him. It would have been nice if it was Sami, but they've yeah, it makes sense, and it is about so much more than the tag titles as well. They have made the tag titles feel incredibly important, but it's about so much more. It's about bringing down the bloodline.
That that and that's Hollywood, is it not? That's Hollywood.
Yeah.
That literally. Also, let me close the blinds. But but that's Hollywood. Is
Yeah.
you know I think when you look at the tag titles, there's no way you could justify the main event being the tag titles on its own. You said it perfectly. It's the bloodline aspect to it. It's the taking
Mhm.
Roman down. There's
Yeah.
like this Thanos, like bro, like I'm not even like over exaggerating here. I'm getting the same feeling when I'm watching WrestleMania or the build up to WrestleMania as I am watching Infinity War, from
Oh yeah.
2018. Because it's like, bro, please somebody beat Roman. I wanted it to be Drew. Solo came out of nowhere. I was so mad. I was so mad,
Oh,
bro.
I
You know,
I was furious.
when Edge came back, I thought he was gonna beat Roman, and then Roman
Mhm.
went over. He stacked, pinned them,
Oh
stacked
yeah.
concerto, made a shirt out of it. I was so mad. Brock coming back, WrestleMania 38. I was like, yeah, Roman's gonna win. Like whatever. And then the main
Mhm.
event was kind of lackluster. I was like, whatever. I think I was more excited for Stone Cold and KO. That was just more of a cool match. But it was cool to see Roman take both titles. But now there's like this end game feel to it. It's like he has to go down. He has to go down. He has to go down. And I think it's the fact that Roman, and this is credit to Roman Reigns, like Joe, is he's such a fantastic actor. You know what I mean? Like he went from winning all, beating Brock Lesnar to where his character is like, okay, I don't need to be the tribal, like I am the tribal chief, but I don't need to be on everybody's, ass, I can chill, I can relax. Nobody's gonna beat me. He
Yeah.
takes pity on Sami Zayn, who's this comedic character, but Sammy's pure heart slowly starts to uncorrupt the Usos, starts to make Solo feel, think for himself. And Roman starts to feel threatened again. And now he goes back to that violent, vicious heel. And
Yeah.
so it's just an organic story. And I really appreciate how Triple H brought Cody in without stifling KO and Sammy. Like it truly
Mhm.
feels like an Avengers coming together. Like you remember when Jay super kicks Sammy and he's screaming at him in front of all those kids. And he's like, "You thought I was gonna choose you?" Shit. And he's like beating him up. And then you hear the da 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 and like the Cody like rock music. He comes out, everybody's like singing the song.
Mm.
But the imagery was you saw Cody against the bloodline, and he's saying, "I dare you." And this is the
Yeah.
first time the bloodline was like, "We want no piece of that.
Yeah.
We don't want that." Like
They don't
K
want the smoke.
They don't want that smoke. They were willing to beef with Drew. I mean, bro, like you saw what they did to Drew. Like they
Mm.
beat him up and put a chair on his neck and sat on it. Like
Yeah.
but Cody has this like Superman feel. Like he like when he
Like,
just came out and
yeah.
saved Sammy, it was so awesome.
Like everything they've said to him, the words they've used to try and break him mentally, it's not worked. And that's the first time that that's ever happened. Because every time that literally every other challenger, pretty much, they've tried to combat him with words to break them mentally before the match, and then it always ends up in a brawl. But Cody he just replies to them.
Mhm.
And they don't know how to deal with it, and it's great. He is like he's like Superman and Captain America combined.
He really is. He's charismatic.
Mm.
He is so charismatic, bro. And it's so much more than, you know, a new baby face trying to build up the character. Like you have that emotional resonance behind it. When you look at honestly the brutality that the bloodline has done, like we forget what they did to RK Bro. Kids were crying.
Mm.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? What they did to Drew McIntyre in Clash of the Castle.
Oh,
You know,
that
like
Yeah.
You
I was
yourself.
there.
Yeah, like you yourself, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how pissed was the arena?
On a scale of 1 to 10, fucking a million. But the whole arena was chanting bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. And then, but it made it worse by them bringing out Tyson Fury after, because everyone was so pissed off anyway. But then, yeah, that's a whole other story. But
I thought Fury was gonna knock out Roman. I thought
oh,
that's what he was gonna do or something, and then
I,
maybe pull that up to the character.
yeah. Well, I'm kind of glad he didn't get involved physically, because that would have maybe led to a match, and I don't want to see him wrestle a match again. Um,
And also like that, and I don't care what type of fight or wrestling match you do, Tyson Fury murders Roman Reigns every single time. Like
mm.
he's world
Oh yeah.
heavyweight, like so that's probably not believable. So I agree with that. Um, so we have, like there's this history. Okay, and then stifling Edge at
Mm.
WrestleMania, stifling Edge. Murdering Sami, like you like not literally, but like at the Royal Rumble, he was throwing the roses and the whole
Oh yeah.
whole arena was screaming "F you, Roman!" Like it was insane. You're getting these nuclear pops just from this storyline. And Cody is like that final hope. Like to use a Star Wars analogy, Roman is Darth Vader, and he has his Sith Inquisitors, and there's no hope in the galaxy. And now you have Luke Skywalker or Cody Rhodes here, and he can
Yeah.
finally save us.
Yeah.
That's the feeling. Like, bro, you can see my face. Like, I'm so excited for this. Like, Cody can actually do it.
Mm.
He can actually beat Roman. Like, I feel it. I feel it. I feel the adrenaline in my soul. He can do it. Like it that they built up the story. They can do it. And especially in that last promo when Cody said, "I am so sick and tired of everybody bringing up my dad, bringing up my brother. I'm going to be in the ring, and you're not ready." Like Cody's not going to be denied. And I think when people complain about Cody, oh, he's not going to beat Roman, he hasn't done anything. I think his Hell in a Cell match has cemented that he can beat Roman.
Yeah, for sure. Like you've never seen a performance
Mm,
like that ever in wrestling history.
ever.
Um, and he he is that babyface that they've been searching for years, and
Yes.
it's kind of poetic that he's going against the person who they thought was the babyface that they wanted for years. I think that's
Mm,
quite a nice part of it. Um,
yes.
and there's one thing that he said in I think it was that most recent promo when he said a Roman without any reigns, or a Roman
Mm.
with no more reigns. Oh, it's so perfect. His promos are so over the top and cheesy, but they just work.
They're like, bro, like I was working out yesterday. You know
Mm.
what I had for pre-workout? I watched the Cody Rhodes promo. I listened to Cody, listened to talk to Sami, and he was like, Michael Cole said it. Finish the story, finish the story, finish the story. I intend to finish my story. You need to finish yours. I was
Mhm.
like, okay, I need to work out, bro. I can't just sit. I know I'm fasting, but Cody would be disappointed in me. I gotta work out right now. Like,
Yeah.
there's so much energy. You can feel like electricity in the air. And this is credit to WWE. This is better than any situation of Dwayne coming back.
Oh,
Because
100%.
if The Rock came back, Roman was going to win 110%. There was no
Mm.
way he was never going to win. With Cody, there's an element of he could actually do it.
Mhm.
But before we get into the Cody thing, and like I said, like how Triple H kind of brought Cody and KO and Sami together, it wasn't like, oh, it's my turn for the title. It's more like we're a united front here. Like we need to take down the bloodline. And
Yeah.
when Sami and KO hugged each other, and Cody was kind of like a proud father on the TV. He was
Yeah.
like, I just this storyline is just so hype. So
Mhm.
my question for you, man, how is the main event of WrestleMania gonna shake out? Or the first main event, KO,
Ooh.
Sami versus the Usos.
Hopefully that is the main event. I think it deserves to be. Um, Obviously, massive respect to Charlotte and Rhea, but it's the storyline is just so much bigger with the Usos and KO and Sami. That deserves to main event night one. I
Mhm.
think I don't see there being really any interference in that match. I'd rather them not be in that one. I think it's going to be an absolute banger. Like, there's going to be so many, like, close pinfalls and everything like that. Um, I want Sami to get the pin on Jay. I think that's how it should be. Because that could lead Roman to push Jay over the edge, and Jay's like, nah, I don't have my tag titles anymore. I don't need to. Why am I putting up with your shit now?
Yeah, yeah.
And then
You're cooking, bro. Keep cooking. I like this. You're
I
cooking.
I think that whatever happens in that match will have some sort of effect on the main event of night 2, which Cody v Roman. I think the Usos and Solo are going to be there at ringside, and the way I see it happening, although maybe this is more the way I want it to happen. Jimmy or Solo tries to interfere. There's a ref bump, as there is in every Roman Reigns title defense. And Solo and Jimmy, either of them goes to attack Cody, and Jay stops them, and then Roman's like, what the fuck, and then Cody, hits hits the Cody cutter or something. Ref gets up, Crossroads for the win. So I think there's definitely going to be some sort of interference in that match, but I don't think you can have someone interfere and hit either Cody or Roman, because say Jay super kicks Roman, Cody pins him. That makes Cody look not as strong.
Yeah.
So the way you need to have the interference is Jimmy and Solo go to attack Cody, and Jay stops them. And because most of Roman's title defenses have had help. So when he doesn't have that help, he loses, and that's the way it's got to be, I think.
And I think they can build that into the story. And I know a lot of the Roman Reigns fans are gonna get mad at this, but I'm sorry. Like, to me, he's not the GOAT heel because he's never been able to defend against a serious challenger on his own. And I know everybody says, oh, well, he's a heel. That's what heels do. Bro, Triple H has won on his own as a major heel.
Yeah.
Batista has won by himself as a major heel. Brock Lesnar murdered the face of WWE in 2014 by himself.
Wow. Yeah.
Roman Reigns has not been able to do that. I'm sorry. So even though he's a fantastic character and he's definitely number one in terms of like acting, in terms of like his ability to elicit emotion out of the crowd, but in terms of like his feasibility, like, oh my God, he's unbeatable. Hell no, he's not unbeatable. He's always had help. He's always had help. He's not unbeatable. So it's like, I think so I agree with the Jay. Jay should be stopped. It should stop them. Going back to KO and Sami and the Usos, first of all, I really hope their entrances feel like movie events. Like, I really hope.
Yeah.
Like the Usos have one of the hardest like music. You know what I mean? Like, I really hope the Usos like have some incredible like Haka celebration. Like, you remember how the Usos used to do that?
Yeah.
Like, I really hope they do something like that. I really hope they bring back the all white drip from
that'd be nice. That'd be real nice.
I really hope they make it feel like Titans clashing against each other.
Yeah.
And then I want KO to come out, do his own thing. I want Sami to have an incredible event. And then the actual match, I want it to be brutal. I want it to feel emotional. Like, every slap Sami gives should feel cathartic to us. Like, every punch that he gives Jimmy should be like, yeah, you deserve that shit. You deserve that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it should feel like that. It should feel as personal as freaking possible. Like, I want that, And however it happens, this would be cool. Maybe it's too much, but what if Solo tried to interfere and then like Cody like beats the shit out of Solo or something like that?
That'd be cool.
Because Cody has been sunning Solo. Like,
Solo has felt,
Solo has felt like unbeatable, and then Cody brought him down to earth just like that.
Yeah.
So it would be cool, or maybe Cody beats the crap out of Solo on Monday, tomorrow. I doubt that, but if somehow, some way, Cody absolutely wipes the floor with Solo just to build up to Roman, which is what they should do, then maybe if Solo tries to walk up to the ring, then you hear like the Cody music, and then Cody just stares at him. Maybe the whole crowd is screaming at Solo, "You're not ready. You're not ready." And then Solo kind of gets intimidated and doesn't interfere in the tag match. And
Mhm.
then Sami maybe hits the haluva kick or something like that, pins Jay, takes the
Yeah.
titles. But here's how you could build it into the character. Maybe then Jay, Sami like offers his hand. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then maybe Jimmy tries something and like KO beats the shit out of Jimmy. Like screw Jimmy, by the way. I hate Jimmy, but like, maybe KO just beats the crap out of Jimmy, like, on the side, throws him through the table or something, just like wipes Jimmy out, And so Jay doesn't have any backup. So he's probably thinking, I'm about to get jumped. And then Sami offers his hand. Maybe he says something like, we don't do this to family. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm, yeah.
enough, like, enough. Like, we're the tag titles. We beat your ass. Your story is over. Stop being a tough Rottweiler. Like, it's over. Like, it's over. Like, we don't have to beef.
Yeah.
And then maybe, like, you can have, like, a feel-good moment. I doubt Jay would try to hug him or something like that. Maybe he just walks away and just kind of stares at Sami, you
Mhm.
know? Then for night 2 of WrestleMania, first of all, I hope they get like an orchestra, like live orchestra for Roman's entrance. I thought
Oh, wow. Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be really
that,
good.
that would be amazing. And for Cody, I hope they get like the band who made Kingdom, I think that's the song, to,
Yeah.
to play that live.
Oh, imagine.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be freaking amazing. Yeah, so I really hope they do those entrances. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Really make it feel like Zeus versus Hades. Like I want
Mhm.
that feeling from Clash of the Titans. Like I
Mm.
want it to feel like that, and they have built it up like that. Now for the actual main event, which is Cody versus Roman, book it for me, bro. What do you think is gonna happen? Like event by event, play by play,
Okay.
suplex by suplex. What's happening?
So, I think it's gonna play out in terms of the in-ring actions pretty much very similar to most of Roman's title defenses. Loads and loads of back and forth, loads of near pinfalls. It's a few kickouts of finishers and things like that, and then a bit of what I said before with Jay stopping Jimmy and Solo from interfering. Um, and what I want Cody to do for the finish is the same thing he did at WrestleMania last year when he beat Seth Rollins. He does 2 crossroads, goes to do a third, stops, does the dusty, punches, and then the elbow, one more crossroads and pins him. That's sort of what I envision in my head.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, yes.
it doesn't have to be too complicated, really. Don't have to do too much, but as long as they don't have Cody be assisted by someone hitting Roman, I'm fine with whatever they do.
I think they need to give Cody that superhero vibe. And they
Mhm.
have done that, but in the ring too. Like, like for example, when Spider-Man finally got his hands on Green Goblin, he
Oh
gave him the
yeah,
work. He gave him
yeah,
the work. So like, and one thing that they've done with Roman and Cody is that they have really played to the internet wrestling community. Like they know that most wrestling fans now are aware of kayfabe, they're aware of bumps, they're aware of how the industry works. They're aware of different companies now.
yeah.
So when Roman said like, you're a pro wrestler from the older generation, like I'm a superstar, like, and
Yeah,
Cody said, maybe I'm not a superstar, maybe I just like the blood in my mouth and I just like to wrestle. And Roman started doing that with his face. He's like,
yeah.
it,
It's
and so
so good.
they're making it ideological, like two different types of wrestling. And I love, love, love that because Cody is so classic and old school versus Roman is truly the face of this generation's version of wrestling. So like Cody, the old school, Roman, the current school. So who's
Mhm.
gonna win? And I really, really hope so. If how I said Sami he gives Jay, like some grace. He doesn't beat him up, even though he's
Mhm.
probably justified in doing so.
Oh
He's
yeah.
like, you're still my brother, whatever. Maybe then they open up night 1 of WrestleMania, or night 2 of WrestleMania, because night 1 of WrestleMania, the main event and the attention should go to Sami and KO winning the titles. Open
Mhm.
up WrestleMania 2 with Roman screaming at Jay, screaming at Jimmy,
Oh
maybe beating the absolute what out of them. But Cody
yeah.
doesn't show up, too much Cody, overexposure, but he beats them up severely, really bad. But then Solo's probably in the background just kind of staring at Roman. Roman's probably like, what are you staring at? And there's Solo doesn't say anything, maybe something like that. So then you kind of have like that, oh my God, like what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? So maybe they do like, a situation where Jay or Jimmy or maybe not, because what you said was right. They shouldn't interfere. But I think it'd be a cool throwback if Cody wins the title at first, but it's a disqualification like Dusty wanted. So Roman is out
Oh,
of the ring, but Cody wins. But then you have Adam Pearce or somebody come out and they say enough is enough. We have had it with the bloodline. Maybe they kind of play it where Roman's pretending to be a bit too hurt so he doesn't get in there. And
yeah.
Adam Pearce is like, this match is now a no disqualification match. Like
Oh.
there will be a pin. There will be like an end to this match.
Mhm.
So then the crowd is really behind Cody. You know what I'm saying? They're really behind him. They're really feeling it. And then you have the bloodline jump in, and you
Yeah.
have an homage to Triple H and Sting, where then you have maybe what do you call like a KO and Sami,
Mm.
fight off the Usos or something like that.
Yeah.
But Cody and Roman are still in the ring,
Yeah.
and then maybe like Jay, like Jay's supposed to help, but Jay
Okay.
doesn't. And then, what you said is perfect, like Cody, interferes, but then I want Cody to start punishing Roman
Okay.
for everything Roman has done over the 3 years, even going back to the Shield days, when
Mm.
Roman and the Shield were gonna get Gold Dust and Cody Dash and Cody Rhodes at the time, fired from WWE at Battleground,
Yeah. Yeah.
and Cody pinned Roman in that match too. So maybe Cody's like, this is for all of that, and he's like punching Roman in the face.
That's a classic match, by the way. That match is underrated. That is a really
Yeah,
good match.
a crowd was popping, bro. And
Hmm.
like, maybe like Cody's like, I remember what you did, or maybe Cody's like, hey, where's your help? Where's your family? And Roman's like kind of, like crawling away, because they need to finally deconstruct this tribal chief.
Hmm.
They need to show that he has fear now, that he's scared of Cody, you
Yeah.
know? And like maybe Cody's beating him up and Roman is truly running out of options. He goes to Jay, Jay does nothing. Cody beats him up even more. And then this is what you said. Like, I love your idea. Cody hits him with like 4 or 5 crossroads just for good
Oh,
measure.
yeah.
Just for good measure. And maybe you could have Roman hit him with the spear a couple times. Maybe Roman tries to do like a guillotine, and then
Mm.
Cody rolls him up, and then
Rolls
Roman,
through. Yeah.
because I'm not disrespecting Joe Anoa'i, but technical wrestler, you're not beating Cody Rhodes. You're
Mhm.
not. So like Cody can do so much more with his body. He just can. And so maybe you have that like a back and forth, hit him with 3, 4, 5 crossroads to really cement it. And every time he's getting hit with the crossroad, Roman is visibly getting more and more hurt. And
Mhm.
then 1, 2, 3, and then like like the Cody Rhodes music, da 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 da
Mhm.
da, and that, and then maybe this is overkill, but then maybe the entire bloodline and Cody and Sami and KO start jumping Roman.
Um, I
Maybe
don't.
that's too much.
I think that'd be too much. What I was envisioning then when you started talking about the other bloodline coming in, I was imagining them all like stood on the ramp just looking at Roman, just like they walk up the ramp together and they just turn around and look at Roman, and Roman just on his own in the ring.
Oh, because he beat him up earlier. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. To see what he's made of.
yeah,
And then Cody capitalized with
and
the disaster kick, Cody cutter,
yeah.
oh,
I think
bionic elbow.
just touching on sort of the bloodline stuff, even though this is like them losing all the titles, this isn't the end of the bloodline. This is just the beginning of the end. I think, as I've said in previous episodes, the end's going to be at SummerSlam. I think Jay versus Roman. But
Yeah.
this is just the beginning of the end. The beginning of the end is them losing all the gold.
Mhm. I agree. Do you think they would so the way we have just talked about it is Roman is losing,
Mhm.
right? That Cody is winning. The emotion is behind Cody.
Yeah.
That being said, though, Roman is the face of WWE. WWE does love him some Roman Reigns. The
Mhm.
whole world loves them some Roman Reigns. The entire continent of India, or the entire country of India, all of them love Roman Reigns. You go on Roman Reigns Instagram, bro. I see half of my cousins there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just keeping it real. Like everybody loves Roman, and I'm not dissing Roman. What are the chances that Roman retains? Because everybody online is saying, oh, Cody, there's not enough build up right now for Cody. He should
Mm.
win at SummerSlam.
I think There is maybe a case to be made, but the only reason I'd want Roman to win is so he can reach the 1,000 days as champion, because you're never going to get another opportunity to do that in the modern era. But the story of Cody winning is better and it holds more value than the story of Roman reaching that landmark. That's the only place they can go with the bloodline story. Roman's beating everyone, so that's the only place they could go with it, is getting him to that milestone. The story of Cody winning at Mania is just better than that. So I do see it, but it's not. I don't think it's the right choice. And Triple H, with pretty much all the major storylines so far, has made pretty much the right choice in most of them. So, yeah, it's a possibility, and there's a case for it, but yeah, it's not the right decision.
Do you think the wrestling fans will watch no matter what? I've said 5, 6 times, I'm never watching WWE again. Roman won. And what did I do next Monday? Watch Monday Night Raw. So no matter what, we're going to watch it. But in terms of like the morale, like will it truly be like is there any case outside of the 1,000 days as champion for Roman to retain at WrestleMania? Because at that point, I feel like it's overindulging. Like give a baby face a win, please.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, is there a case to be made for Roman winning outside of 1,000 days?
I don't think so. I don't really think so, because the reign has gone on for so long, and they've done so much with it. I don't think there's much left to do, and because of how big they've made Cody feel, you can't make a challenger feel bigger than they've made Cody feel, and they don't have anyone else to challenge. So yeah, it just makes sense.
Do you think if hopefully, bro, inshallah, man, it's Ramadan, man. Ramadan, bro. I'm like praying to Allah, please, bro. Like, please, like we need Roman to lose. Like, please, like, like, please, Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, please make this happen. Like, like I'm praying to God here, bro. Like, I need Cody to win. Like I that's how strongly I feel about this. Do you think that they would revisit that feud? Like after Cody.
I think they could do if they've, obviously they haven't faced each other in years now, over 7 years. So if they've got good enough chemistry in ring, we know they've got it on the mic. But if the match is in ring is of good enough quality, then yeah, I'd love to see it again, because the promos have been fantastic. So yeah, I'd love to see them revisit that again. Maybe if Cody has a lengthy title run, Roman challenge could maybe have Roman challenge for it. Cody beats him, but I don't know. I don't know if I actually see Roman going for any titles after this whole storyline.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like he's just going to be. He's too far above that now. He's had his incredible reign. Anything after this is just going to be. It isn't going to feel as good, because it won't be as good. So I could see them revisiting it, but disregard what I said about Roman challenging him for the title. That shouldn't happen.
Well, here's what they could do. If Cody wins at WrestleMania, next night on Raw, Cody vacates the Universal title, brings back the old Eagle World Wrestling Championship title,
yes.
And his challenger out of nowhere is Randy Orton.
Yes. Orton should 100% be the first challenger.
Because while Roman can be like that respectful heel that talks trash, but like he's just a monster, Randy's psycho. He's Joker.
Yeah, he is.
You get what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother, and you could really just build off of the Cody Rhodes hype train,
There's such a good story to be told there with the history they've got. Because Cody was saying when he won the Rumble, he watched Orton win the Rumble, and he thought, oh, I'm next. And then he was, but 10 years later, or 12 years later.
And he did it. So then he vacates the Universal title. Like, so one title is vacated, whether it's Universal or whatever. And maybe he changes up the name. I know corporate wise, WWE wants their logo on everything, but god damn it, I want the big gold back, and I want the classic Eagle back. Yes. Like, I want that back. So maybe they somehow, some way, I think that's maybe, as fans, probably not going to happen. Maybe we're getting too excited, but for sure he needs to vacate a title, and then maybe they have a tournament for the other title, and the final two contestants, Roman versus Jay.
Oh, that's good. That is good.
you know? So like
Yeah.
Jey Uso on one tournament, Roman on the other, and that's a nice change of pace. Seeing the tribal chief wrestle regular wrestlers without a title, without backup, that's different. I want to see
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
And then they fight at SummerSlam, and then Jey goes over, is the other champion, and then Roman takes his long break.
Yeah. Roman deserves that break as well
Mm-hmm.
because he carried them through the Thunderdome era and the amount of effort everyone's put into the storyline, but especially Roman at the center, he deserves that break. So I thought it'd
Mm-hmm.
be a nice way to do it, I think.
And I think that way too, you bring diversity, right? You have the family feud versus you have the superhero supervillain feud,
Hmm.
right? You have Cody versus Randy, you have Jey versus Roman, and then you
Yeah.
have two baby faces running WWE.
Yeah.
And then Sami, Sami and KO. I'd love to see Sami maybe challenge Austin Theory for the United States title. I'd love to see. I know we're still on the bloodline, but like for the men's showcase, I really hope the Street Profits win. You know,
Yeah, they deserve that
and
win.
Montez Ford challenges Austin Theory.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot that they can do, but this is they got to pull the trigger on Cody. Like this is a new
Hmm.
era of WWE now. You got people like I have people at work who have never watched wrestling and like ever, or people who haven't watched wrestling in a long time. And just because of Cody and Roman and the bloodline and Sami and KO, they're tuning in.
Hmm.
So this is a huge event. This is
Oh yeah.
huge. They have to get this right. Cody has to win at WrestleMania. Anything else is bullshit. He has to win.
Yeah.
He has to win, bro. Like I know everybody's like, bro, this why grown men like why do you care so much? It's because Cody, like when Cody said in that promo, the reason why I wear a suit is not because I think I am somebody, it's because I want to be somebody.
Hmm.
I was like, bro, he's inspirational as fuck.
He
Like
is. He
like
really is.
like when he said that, I started writing my comic book script for the next 3 issues. Like Cody, he has to win that title. Anything less is a disservice to the WWE universe, and I feel strongly by that. You can't keep having the audience go home mad, waiting for a payoff, waiting for a potential what if, and being
Hmm.
satisfied with B tier stories and the baby
Yeah.
faces right there. Enough is enough. Give us that babyface who runs WWE. And I want a babyface to punish Roman Reigns, and Cody is the guy to do it. I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crossroads on Roman. I want him to punch the crap out of Roman. I want him to win. I want KO and Sami to win. It is time. They
It
need to
is.
do it.
It is. Well said. Well said.
I just cut a promo. I just cut a promo right now.
We'll post that and we'll at Roman Reigns.
Yeah, at Roman. Yeah, he's gonna spear me. He's gonna pull up to my apartment and spear me, bro. Yeah, bro.
They'll
But
see you
but
in the crowd at SummerSlam, coming to the crowd and start.
bro, I'm going to, bro, I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna try to, meet with all the wrestlers. I'm gonna have a GoPro cam. I'm gonna have like everything. It's gonna be great coverage, bro. I'm so excited for SummerSlam. It's in Detroit, a couple hours away. Um,
Nice.
so excited, man. So excited, bro. But yeah, man. I mean, and I think this WrestleMania is the best WrestleMania buildup in the past 10 years. That
Yeah,
is a hot take. That's a hot take, but that's where I'm going with.
I think I'd probably agree with that. Just looking at the card again. By the way, I missed out a match reading through the card before Ray versus Dom. I don't know. I forgot about that. But
Oh my
yeah,
God. Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk about that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That that's probably the another one that's been built up, probably got the best build up to it because it's been so long. I was at Clash at the Castle again when Dom turned heel.
Mhm.
The atmosphere for that, the reaction to that was absolutely brilliant, and it's the build up's been so good. And when Ray finally snapped on SmackDown, when Dom was an arsehole to his mother and
Mhm.
his sister, uh, that pop was insane, and this match is gonna be brilliant. And
I
I don't know how I see it going really.
Dom has to win.
I think
Dom
yeah.
has to win. Here's my thing. I think if we're looking at it, if KO and Sammy are going over,
Mhm.
right? If Cody's going over, if a lot of the baby faces are going over, we do need some heels to win.
Yeah.
And I think if Dom found a way to just out wrestle his father
Mhm.
and like do like the most heinous stuff possible, you know what I mean? I that would be more iconic than Ray just beating his son and hugging it out at the end.
Do you see Dom winning and then in the aftermath of the match turning face? Like, because
No.
the way I'd like it to go is Dom wins, but they've had this, this battle, and Dom he gets respect for his dad again. And then maybe the Judgment Day come out, start beating down Ray after Dom wins, and Dom pulls them away, possibly.
Mm.
But I think that'd work, but also heel Dom is too good as well.
He's really good.
He's really, really good.
Bro, when he screamed at his mom, shut up. Even I got a little mad. Like, I know it's fake.
Yeah.
Even I was like, bro, don't talk to your mother like that. What? Like, what's
Mhm,
wrong with you? Like, so he's such a good heel.
mhm.
I think that match is dependent on the result of Edge versus Finn,
Yeah.
right? So, like,
Mhm.
if Finn, I think we both agree Finn is probably going to win that.
I think he
Um,
should.
yeah, then there is a case to be made for them to just jump Ray, and
Mhm.
then maybe you have Dom versus the Judgment Day, and then Rhea is in
Mhm.
like a Sami or in a Jey Uso situation,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
where she's like, I didn't want you to do that, and then Rhea has to hit Dom or has to attack Dom, you
Ah,
know?
yeah.
So maybe Rhea wins the title, squashes Dom, wants to celebrate with Dom. Dom's now a face somehow, some way. And then all three of the Judgment Day start beating on Dom. So now you really build Dominic's character,
Hmm. Yeah.
you know? That's a way to do it. And then maybe, I don't know, like there's a lot we could do. But that's what, to kind of, summarize what we've been talking about. This is what I love about pro wrestling, right? When Vince McMahon took over the company, he changed the game.
Hmm.
But a lot of the storylines were contrived. They were not original. They were not fake. They were not, especially recently, right? And then Triple H took over. We got that excitement back. Let's keep that momentum going. This is
Yeah.
what makes wrestling work: is the drama, is the theatrics, is the promo. WWE pro wrestling doesn't work without the mic.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
you need characters. So this is the strongest character roster we've seen in a very, very long time. And Cody's my favorite wrestler right now, and I really want him to win, man. I really want him to win, man. And like I said, credit to Triple H. Credit to Triple H for making the tag titles feel like a World War II epic movie. Like,
Yeah.
like seriously, bro.
Feels
Like
like a Marvel blockbuster.
it really does. It really, really does. So lock it in, bro. Lock it in. Your bloodline predictions. What do you think is gonna
Um,
happen?
do you want me to should we go for the predictions for the whole card?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Should
yeah.
we, should,
Sorry, yeah.
should, should we, right, well, we'll wrap things up with this.
Yeah.
Uh, Obviously, again, these aren't in order. Start from the bottom. Ray versus Dom. Who've you got?
Dom. Dom wins.
I say Dom as well. Uh, Damage Control versus Trish, Lita, and Becky.
Uh I think Damage Control should win that,
Okay.
but I have Trish and Becky and Lita winning that.
I'm gonna go the opposite way on this one. I'm saying Damage Control.
Okay.
Um, KO and Sami versus the Usos. It's got
Oh,
to be KO and Sami.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Team Canada. Go Team Canada.
Yeah. Rhea versus Charlotte.
Mommy is going to murder Charlotte.
Yeah, both in agreement on that one. Drew versus Gunter versus Sheamus.
Oh man, we didn't have enough time to talk about that. Oh, Gunther, Gunther. I want
Gunter.
Gunther to murder them.
I'm going to touch on this one just very, very quickly.
Yeah.
There's two people they should choose from to beat Gunter. Pete Dunne as Pete Dunne, not as Butch, or Ilya Dragunov, because Ilya Dragunov
Ooh.
is the one who ended Gunter's 870-day NXT UK Championship reign,
Yes,
and
yes.
which began by beating Pete Dunne.
Mhm.
So it should be one of them two, I think.
That is
Um,
brilliant booking.
and then the men's tag team showcase match, Street
The
Profits.
Street Profits, yeah, they have to win. Maybe
Yeah.
they win, or if they don't win, they should be the center of the match. So maybe
Okay. Yeah.
Angelo Dawkins gets mad and attacks Montez Ford. But like regardless, the Street Profits should benefit the most from that match, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Am I locking in your prediction as Street Profits?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul.
Seth, Seth, Seth.
It's got
If
to be
Logan
Seth.
wins, that's disrespectful to Seth.
Yeah. Here's probably, I think, maybe the toughest match to call on the card. Omos versus Brock.
Brock should win that.
You think so? Okay, I'm going with Omos for this one.
Simply because Omos can't really move in the ring.
Yeah,
Brock,
that's fair enough.
Brock should win that. Oh, but if Omos wins, I'm not against it. It's just I don't see it.
Okay, I think Brock's got to F5 him somehow. I'll at least get him up on his shoulders. Edge versus Finn.
Finn.
I'm predicting Edge for this one because I think Dom's gonna win. I'm predicting Edge for this.
Oh, okay.
I'm writing down your predictions on my paper as well, so we'll see who comes out on top.
Yeah, we'll see, bro.
Austin Theory versus John Cena. I'm going with Austin Theory for this one.
I'm going with Austin. Yeah, I don't, bro. If Cena wins, I will be so surprised. Like, I will be incredible.
I'll be very surprised. Vince McMahon's definitely back in charge if Cena wins.
He needs to go, man. Can you please just fuck off? Like, seriously.
This is going to be a difficult one to call. Women's Tag Team Showcase, because at the time of recording Sunday night, one of the teams is yet to be announced. So we've got Ronda and Shayna. Who else is in there? We've got Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah.
And what's the other team?
I don't know. I'm not. Let me pull it up actually. Liv Morgan, Raquel, Shotzi, Natalia.
Shotzi, Natalia. They won on SmackDown just 2 nights ago, and then one more team still to be announced. Hopefully that's Chelsea Green, because hopefully Carmella's fit for it.
And they brought her back for the company like 4 times, and they've let her go 4 times. Like, why?
Yeah,
like give her something.
So who's your prediction for this one? I think it's gonna be Ronda and Shayna, even though I don't want it to be.
It's gonna be Ronda and Shayna. They're the only real characters there. Liv Morgan, it doesn't really win.
It's the only one that really works as a tag team, like because the
and Raquel is cringy as hell, so like whatever. I'm not a big fan of Raquel.
Raquel and Braun Strowman are together.
Bro.
I think.
Yeah,
crazy
bro. It's I never would have thought that, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Raquel. And Bianca and Asuka's next too, right?
Bianca and Asuka. Who's your prediction for this one?
Bianca.
Yeah,
Bianca.
me too.
EST, baby. Like EST.
And then the final one, I think we both know who our prediction is for this. Cody Rhodes.
Cody. Adrenaline in my soul. I don't know the rest of the lyrics, but
yes.
Yeah, bro. But with that, guys, this is the Invincibles. Very, very excited for WrestleMania. I really, really hope this delivers. Win, lose, or draw. We just hope it's a fantastic show and we just go home happy. And yeah, man, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, hope you've enjoyed this sort of bonus episode of the podcast. I think it is. Let us know what your predictions are as well.
All right, guys. Take care. Catch you later.
Bye.